they took it as a gang gathering and like it was a big event, like it was some big to do or some type of violence going on. And you know, they rounded up all their police and they raided that motherfucker. But you know, from everything I heard, it was a peaceful event going on inside. Granted, people was probably smoking weed, but that ain't a cause for like a 200 people raid. You don't need helicopters and
Well,
SWAT
something strange in 2009 happened. Nipsey Hussle was getting ready to go on tour with the game. So Big U, as his manager, he said, I got the smartest idea. I'm gonna rent Nipsey's tour bus where they're gonna have a bunch of gang members tour the US from my friend who's a runaway fugitive. Yeah, that's Big U's idea.
Well, I didn't have a case. The feds was really pursuing somebody else. And so what happened, one of my partners was on the run for 12 years. And the bus that we used was a part of the investigation. So when he was getting married, he's like, cool, go ahead and do it. But the whole time, the mobile home was on the hot seat. His wife's name was Stacy, my wife's name was Stacy. So when I registered the mobile home in my wife's name, they thought it was him, his wife. Right. Homie like, you ain't gotta give me nothing, just get it registered and get the insurance on it. Little did we know, once we re-registered it, it put it back on the hot list. Oh. But he been on the run 12 years. I only been home 3. So there's no way I...
Salute, salute, salute. We back with another one when it ain't no other ones. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen, man. This is what we dealing with, man. We got Big U RICO case update, y'all. All right. Did GRYD program target? They saying Nipsey Hussle. This is allegedly we gonna put on that. But celebrities, because we see this in the RICO paperwork that they're talking about, many celebrities being targeted by such programs as the Developing Options, who had to deal with the GRYD. So now we also got this guy Compton TG. They saying he got beat up, kicked off the yard by Rollin 60s. It's crazy. Or a Rollin 60. Sorry. Let's just get it right. I don't know if I'm getting it right or wrong. So somebody might say, nah, it was only one, man. It was only 160, bro. So I don't want to put 120 and double up on the 60s. So, you know what I mean? It might be 160. So we don't know what's going on. But listen, and then we got Brazy going live. So listen, we got a lot to get into. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all getting in the comments. Make sure y'all hitting the poll. Do you think Big U is innocent of all these things that are going down? Do you think he is innocent? I want everybody that's watching now to hit the poll. If you missed the poll because it was live and you're watching it on a rewatch, I want you to go in the comments and let us know how you feel. It's not about judging anybody. It's not about us being lawyers or cops or anybody, because none of us, our opinion doesn't matter. But we just taking polls just to understand how is the people feeling. We have a lot of things that's happening right now. We have like a lot of misinformation is going on with this case. We got people talking about proffers that don't exist yet. Maybe proffers do exist from some of the people that are arrested, but we don't know about what proffers and what said in what proffer and who got a proffer yet. We don't know the specifics on that. So let's just make sure the people are up to date. That's why this is a RICO update, because we just want to make sure. Because also today I just did a stream on my last stream where Gigi Adams, okay, that is Luce Cannon's ex-wife, she came out and was going at Poetic Flacco on Rockstar 2800's channel. And on that channel, you know what I'm saying, Rockstar included and other people that was in the background was like, yo, nah, there's a proffer out. There's a proffer out. Nah, man, the guy had it on the platform. SB had it. But nobody went and go and looked at what this is. Just read what people are showing you. All that is just notice for detainment, for them to detain Luce Cannon. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? When you're arrested, they want to hold him in there. They want to remand him. They want to keep him in jail. So they go through the list of things from his prior history and things like that. And in that, they said he has a history of like falsifying information to police, like lying. You could be lying about your name. You could be lying about your whereabouts, where you live. You could be lying about anything that they're asking you. So they just knows that, look, this is all the reasons of they saying like, look. Then they'll go if you jumped bond before or something like that. I don't know if he's jumped bond, but I'm just saying they'll go through if you absconded. They'll tell you everything about a person so that they'll tell the judge, listen, we don't need to let this guy out. We need to keep this guy in the prison. That's all that was. That's all that was. So let's just be informed. If his profits to be released, we'll see it. A lot of times like that, we will have to wait till the trial. before we really start, or somebody from inside the case will let us know something. Somebody like, oh, this person got a profit. Somebody going to start leaking, or somebody's friend or family from somebody in the case is going to start leaking information to us. That's how we're going to get that information. So let us not just rush and think, just anything. Let's do the thing right so we ain't got to do it twice. Salute to everybody. Let's get back to the content. I appreciate everybody.
Hit Portland, they hit us. We going up through Oregon. We get all the paperwork. They took the radiator cap off, took apart, stuck us in, I can't remember where we were for 3 days. They took the scanned it from the router to the tutor, found what they wanted on it, put it back together, gave it to us. I flew back home. When I fly home, we get hit. See, one day we get somebody to see him, and me and Steve is at the hotel, we taking a shower, and somebody comes say, yeah, man, the police got Nipsey on the bus. That's on the mobile home. And I think it's me, Steve, shortstop. We all, we rush to get dressed, we run over there, and I come on the bus, and they got Nip on the bus. I mean, y'all got to get off the bus. This is private property. Get off the bus. And they like, no, we talking, no, you ain't gonna talk to him in here. So get him off the bus, boom. Then, and so we ended up getting stopped. So we calling everywhere for somebody to come get the mobile home to fix the mobile home. When they come to get the mobile home, it's the feds when I get home, they bang my house.
Lights up, y'all hit the pole. Everybody hit the pole and hit a light.
I'm dude and my wife, because she registered mobile home. And they thought I was him.
They said about 21 raids because of this. And get this is the crazy part. Big U got mad at Nipsey for being a little standoffish after and said, I don't want to manage you anymore. I'm out of here. Y'all acting like some custers. It's only federal. What you scared of?
But when the feds seen the bus moving, his son was tracking all that. They're tracking all that, so they're hitting us in every state. So now we re-registered the van in my wife's name. So when we registered my wife's name, they hit our house.
Even on all of this, Big U was doing too much talking on all these podcasts too. So don't think that he's absolved from this podcast. A lot of things that he said is also made it into the paperwork as well on podcasts, the Checking In podcast, Nothing is Something podcast, a couple of things that he said, and one thing that he's doing online, little videos that he's doing as well. They've quoted all those things. They've even went as far to bring in the two little videos that he did before he turned himself in. They brought that little piece into the press release, which goes to show you it may not be in the actual indictment, that piece, but that is going to be brought back into the trial. They're going to say, look, man, before this guy turned himself in, exactly what they said in the press release, he was making statements talking about, listen, they shouldn't deal with his co-defendants and all type of stuff they were saying about what Big U said in just those two videos. Okay, that goes to show you that everything that you are saying will be used against you. And they're not lying when they say that to you. It will be used against you in the court of law. It's going to be used there. Everything that Brick is saying, everything that Luce is saying, is going to be used in court. It's going to go to your personality. They're going to say that these people are in prison right now, and they're taking this as a joke. Look at how this guy's talking. Look at how this person's talking. Yo, live from the feds. Yo, listen. Bro, you are fighting for your life right now. You may say and try to cling on to that. This is a character. The role you play is a character, and this is not you in real life. But they've got a lot of you people on wiretap surveillances, bro. Okay, they got you on interceptions, Title III intercepts. That's how Brick Baby got caught into this paperwork, bro. By Title III. Luce Cannon, the victim told him about him, and then what he do? Goes along, because they don't say they got him on no wiretap thing. Luce. I don't see that yet. You don't see that. Big U is in it and all of that. We understand that. They got Luce Cannon in a situation that happened, okay? And they got him corroborating the situation that happened online on a podcast after the situation that happened like a year and change ago, previous. So they got him as to admitting that because he was there. The victim said you were there. The victim's working with us. We're giving the victim money to pay Big U Enterprises as well. And then you go online. with your own free will, of your own volition, and you go and tell the world that this happened for real, and you was there, and y'all was counting up 40,000, whatever, and you gave him back 20, and you and Whack 100 confirmed that. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, bro. Straight.
And when I get back, they hit our house because they trying to track everything. They hit 21 people's houses. They hit my house, and then they find all in the house. So you know, in any black person's house, there's some burners in that mother. Because they was saying they had a smart. They had a travel agency. So not a travel agency, but yeah, travel agency, and so they take around the country in vans and buses. So you ain't responsible to put on the bus. But if you got a bunch of motherfuckers recording on there and you going out there, but you really moving weight.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like it was getting it. Like I'm talking about getting the bag. I get hit at home. They had 21 people. They think they got him. Anyway, make a long story short, he ended up turning himself in and take the case off all of us. He get life, right, for the drugs. When that happened, my team is acting weird. So I'm looking at Steve, I'm looking at Nip, man, get a paperwork from Sony so they can see that we listing all this. They acting weird. So, you know, me, I'm still kind of like, you know, hey, I'm hot, hot and heavy, but, you know, I'm like, I can't with y'all. When I end up going to jail, me and my wife. So now when I get out, I'm like this, like, why y'all acting all funny? They asking Steve for the paperwork. They asking Sony for the paperwork. They need a lease to show that we was leasing it and that this was the movement. Right. And then Steve and Nipsey acting like it's just major caper. So that's why I left music. That was really how I left music. And if you look at it, like, if you see where at some point in our music venture, you only see Steve and Nipsey together. Mm-hmm. You kind of really don't see me no more. And didn't really know why I had left, but I'm like, if these panicking like this over some that ain't serious, and we in a hip hop game, what if we knock down some?
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I love Steve death, but I'm like, I gotta get away from this. And we weren't making no money then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they made no
But the harassment doesn't stop there, though. So not only did Nipsey have to deal with a struggling career, he had to deal with the LAPD on him and his team's back every step he take.
Like really being committed and being really pure with my energy, and I was just only doing music, and I was like suffering financially. You know, the police raided the studio and took all the equipment and put a gun on me that was in the house, a shotgun. It was a registered shotgun, but I was on probation for a gun. So, you know, the probation says you can't be around no guns at all. So they booked me for the gun, took all my equipment, and I was really just in the house working. You know what I mean? Just like, they don't know that. Nobody know how pure you are but you. And I was really pure at that time. I wasn't doing nothing but music. You know, it kind of discouraged me for a long time.
When the police kept harassing me, every time they see my car, they'll blur me up.
There you go.
Back to back every day. I swear to God, like twice a day sometimes.
Yeah.
Stop me, search, don't find nothing. See me tomorrow, do the same thing over.
Right.
Hey, I done seen people go to jail for blood and get stuck. And I couldn't be a statistic. I couldn't do it. I'm gonna fall back because they're not playing fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they hitting you with bogus charges, running your bill real high, shit like that. Yeah. So I fell back.
So Big U come back in 2011, living up to his name, Big Devo. Give me my equipment. And he starts beefing with Nipsey. Starting fights with Nipsey and his family, all money in. And he still got the gang behind him, ready to die for him.
I'm in here to look. Cuz you won't be no neighborhood crip. That's on my mother is. I can put that on Cuz life. His life. Cuz you over with.
And on the other side, he using the LAPD.
Big U got mad, went down there, right? This is when he got set on his pockets, you know, by Fats, rest in peace, right? Went down there, this is when Black Sam allegedly came out the store firing in the air. Let him ask Black Sam about that, because let me explain something to you. Oh, Pa Rudis tells me, first of all, he worked me out some bail money.
Who did? Big U?
Big U. Because I get the call, I send the bail money, right? Come to find out, Rose showed me that In the midst of all that coming, when the police came, Big U turns into grid worker, doing a roundup, as if he didn't came down here to police the situation, right? So he tells me, hey, Wack, the Black Sam, the police told me, leave him alone. That's one of his. He on parole, and they let the out before me. This what he feed me. Come to find out, Black Sam was off parole. Black Sam indeed had to bail out. Big U was the one that they let out. No strings attached. He turned into grid worker when all this hit the fan. He's got pulled over down the street, all this up. So, Big Boy didn't know to ask about that. But if Black Sam would have told that story on what that really say and what really happened at that precinct, everybody
well, it's not
really
in black and white, but I believe they used the information from the GRYD program to feed data into Operation Laser, which is smart policing, aka AI policing, that has been targeting Nipsey Hussle his whole career. I mean, check out the similarities. They operate in the same zones, they look for hot spots, and look at the creators and who helped out with the GRYD program. Why do they specialize in AI technology also? Oh, it gets even spookier. On one of the raids where Nipsey and Black Sam got kicked out their t-shirt spot because of the LAPD, Big U was there to buy it up.
It's really crazy to know that that's what was really happening backstage.
You see the back door, this been years of backdooring, and he been losing for a decade. He been trying to backdoor this man, and he been losing for a decade. So when it died, he want to take Crenshaw because it's already branded.
Yeah, but remember when he was at the building on Crenshaw and 43rd, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, where behind Sandman and stuff like that, right? People forget.
Rest in peace, Sandman. Sadari, rest in peace. Yeah, 10th Ave.
10th Ave. So people don't understand that Big U, and when it was Nip's shop, it was totally different. Big U was in the same shop with the developing options with the with Nip shop, right? Then he leaves and go on 43rd and Crenshaw, right?
Yeah, because he was embarrassed. He was embarrassed. He had to leave. The income tax get folded. He went on Crenshaw and tried to do the same Nip did. What type of brother is that?
That's the front door, the back door, the side door, the glide door. He hit Nipsey in about 60 different ways. Been doing that since day one. Because remember Slauson Boy Records? Yeah, that was Nipsey's. He said, I'm gonna show you how to trademark it. You ain't got it done yet. Let me show you how to do it.
Nip had the Slauson Boy Records. That was Nip thing. He had an album with Slauson Boy Records, but he hadn't incorporated. He had just got the name, the DBA, and I'm like, look, I gotta show you how to incorporate that.
Instead of showing them how to do it, he put the record label under his name. But Nipsey can't even rest in peace. Big U has been going after Nipsey till this day. A few months after, Crip LLC tried to steal from Nipsey's family and sneakily trademarked Marathon Continues on the low. And after doing that, they sued the Nipsey estate. Now it was all speculation that it was Big U that was behind this.
He owns Crip. So now we were still trying. I don't even know where it's at right now because there still was It was Killer Mike's. So they was like, why don't you talk to her? I'm like, ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna talk to her. Like, not even for no reason, because they already think if I talk to her, then they gonna say,
you trying to intimidate her. Yeah. For sure.
Or they would have just said that, no, see, Big U's in business with her. Like, no way.
Big U on Crip. He on Crip.
What's up with the movies, cuz?
I wish I would have got it though.
Brick baby. Revealed recently that you got a little something in that. Better believe.
Cuz is reaching. My auntie on the word Crip. Damn, homie, you ain't take nothing from Big U. I'm 6 on Crip. You talking? Oh look, the reason that I ain't even pushing that is because being talk and I ain't gonna talk about all the other shit. That ain't for the internet, but it wasn't healthy. Like how they obtained the word, it involved a lot of foul play, and I didn't know that. And my auntie being a Crip, it blew my mind. She was from Broadway. Like, how is you even, like, why would you do some shit like that to obtain the word? You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely got some type of ownership still of the word, though. But he do too, though.
They don't call Big U the king of the back door for no reason. Shoot, he probably backdoor Killer Mike too with Cripocola, getting it from the front and the back. Pause. I mean, it was kind of obvious. This is all alleged now. I believe it though, because Wack exposed the paperwork that he tried to use Wack to go after Nipsey's estate on.
I ain't killed Nipsey and had nothing to do with it because I wouldn't have benefited from Nipsey. I didn't have no business with Nipsey. Nipsey ain't signed to me, wasn't signed to me. Signed to a 10-year production contract, which started in 2009, which would end.
Hit the poll, y'all. Salute everybody. Y'all make sure y'all hitting the poll, top of the AM, Grand Risings. Hit the poll, drop a like, tell us what you think.
You know what I mean? So,
wait, so your deal with Nipsey was 10 years?
It was 10 years.
Was it 10?
It was 10 years, 25% of publishing to Aramis Astrodome.
Oh, wow. So, 09 to 2019.
09 to 2019.
That grin was the slyest grin, bro.
Okay.
For real, Big
And
U.
why did you want me to sue the estate and act like I brought you out of the contracts 53 days after this man's demise? Can you please tell the people this? You lied and said you had no contract. Now you got a contract. 53 days after this man died, you wanted Wack 100 to go at the estate. Nope.
Same tactic from Sloshin' Boy Records to Crip LLC to now trying to Debo his way back into a deal that was already terminated.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand it was two things. Well, let me answer this because what bothers me the most is when people say he got killed by one of his own homeboys. Right. Well, at some point, he wasn't his homeboy.
Right.
Because he's like, nigga, you ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
If you fire somebody from Drink Champs,
Right.
and the nigga pull back up to Drink Champs while y'all filming, you're going to be like, nigga, wasn't that a disgruntled employee?
Right.
That means he wasn't the homeboy.
Right.
Like, so they need to dead that part.
Right.
Like, he wasn't the homie.
Right.
And then secondly, Nip shouldn't have addressed that because Nip knew who he was.
Right.
Like, the nigga was they guy. Like, he worked for Nip, grew up with Nip, and he really was he was the man. He was their guy.
Right.
He really was a shooter in the streets. Mm-hmm. And secondly, it ain't no paperwork on the man.
Wow.
So, I mean, we have yet to find
I'll
him.
tell you something that happened that day. It happened, what day Nipsey got, I think it was a Sunday, Nipsey, or something like that.
It was a Saturday.
I got approached with that same situation that Saturday. Dude came up to me in a restaurant. I was trapped. And he felt it, he said, I'm gonna let you know right now, people saying I'm a rat. And I was like, oh shit, like I didn't wanna have this conversation. And like he just said it straight out. And I was like, oh shit. He addressed me, so I didn't have to address him. But I thought to myself, I thought about Nipsey immediately when that happened the next day. I was like, yo, that could have that actual situation could have happened to me. But as a rapper, would I been out of line to even question a real street dude?
I mean, Nip, you gotta understand, people want to separate Nip from the streets. Mm-hmm. You don't never really leave the streets. Like, Nip, this is where he grew up at, this is where he lived, this is where his business was. Right. So really, dude was in violation. If you knew, rat or not, if you know y'all not rocking, why you pull up in my space? You know what I'm saying? And Nip like, nigga, free my space. I ain't trying to go there with you, but free my space. And Nip's supposed to go there, because that's where he meet the kids. That's where he greet the people. That's where he still stay grounded. You know what I mean? Like, if he don't go there no more, he don't show up. He these other niggas, he leave LA and move somewhere else. He in Hollywood. He just took pictures with some little babies.
Wow. That's a great.
You understand what I'm saying? He had blessed a little girl and some more kids and was taking pictures with them. That's what he's supposed to do. He giving back. You know what I mean? His presence is gonna touch somebody else. So if a lane come up, if they beefing whatever the reason is, he don't have to be snitching, have to be whatever. Nigga, you just was mad at the world or you was mad at what the situation is. I'm not gonna stop going to my neighborhood. I live in my neighborhood.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I live on the hill in my neighborhood.
Arlington, not Arlington.
Not on Arlington. I live up to where we always wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? From Arlington, we wanted to get to them houses up there. So I got to them houses up there. You know what I mean? But nah, man, I mean, it's a farce to think that violence ain't gonna follow you wherever it is. You know what I mean? It's gonna follow you wherever it's gonna follow you. And if it's meant for you to happen, it's gonna hit you.
All right.
Period.
That's real. Now, Deb, you got one of my favorite, like Bobby Brown has my favorite cocaine story when he said he fried cocaine. He fried chicken with cocaine. And I just thought that was amazing. Like, who has that much cocaine that they can convince it with flour? I thought Bobby Brown had it. Until I heard your story, Deb. Yo, when I heard your story, I was like, yo, okay, do you know the story?
Nah.
Okay.
You got the Chico. You got 6 episodes.
This is all awesome.
And no, which is really crazy because he know more than we know. Even though we was there, we said shit, but we don't know what was omitted. We don't know what was going. And I'm so glad you cleared stuff up because I was really gonna check you when you said this is gonna be an easy crew right here. Like we just was gonna be just that easy.
I know.
Like you really learned us.
But so the story is that they had so much heroin in the house.
Oh, you talking about the baby powder?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit was wild.
Your mom's asked, I think your brother.
No, she asked my father.
Your father.
She asked my dad.
And he said it's baby powder.
He told it was baby powder.
And you actually thought it was baby powder.
Yeah, he said it.
But it was heroin.
It was heroin.
And you put it on.
And we went up there. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's up there with Bobby Brown, bro. No, she had so much heroin in the house that they thought it was baby powder. They put it on. So what do you knew that was heroin? How did you know? Because it started burning.
I didn't know nothing.
She was a kid.
I thought it was baby powder. I was a kid. Yeah, I was a kid. I went upstairs. Like after we took the shower, we was talking about because you know Johnson & Johnson's was everything. You had to get no cheap shit. So we thinking it was. Smell it. What it smell like? And me and my cousin Sharon just kept doing it. But I really was going at it and putting it on. Yeah. Wow. It absorbed and it was some real.
So did you like? Oh, you said your skin broke out or something like that?
No, I was nodding all over the place. I started. I was throwing up and
Yo, this I don't know.
It's only funny because she good.
No, she's great. I got a problem with explain
well, it wasn't good then because of the stuff. That's how
their dreams.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So take that from that. And I ain't never stole nothing from nobody. Period. I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I took it all.
You know, before we start, I need that like button, please. And if you're not entertained by the end of the video, unlike the motherfucker. Big U created a non-profit organization called Developing Options. But what he didn't tell you is he was developing options on how you want to be extorted, legally or illegally. Have it your way, like Burger King.
May I help you, sir?
Corrupt said, yeah, let me get a #1 legally without getting my ass beat weekly. Because SKG recently exposed Big U has been extorting him this whole time. She said one night Corrupt made the girls all pause when Big U beat him so bad he started calling out names. But Corrupt is not the only one he's legally extorting. When I say legally, even though it's illegal, I'm talking about donations through Developing Options. Because in the RICO indictment, it exposes Big U take the donations and transfer them directly to his personal account. See, he used Developing Options as a front cover. And if you're a celebrity and come across his path, you better believe he's gonna have a charity set up just for you. And if you don't donate, you're gonna see the inspiration for the character Debo come out.
People who know me know I'm hard on people who so-called made it and not giving back. If you can go to the club and spend $80,000 on bottles, and you can spend $10,000 to go in the club, but you haven't done nothing to help the neighborhood. You know, this young man just gave out 500 pair of tennis shoes.
Hold up, let's do the math. 500 pairs of tennis shoes. Let's say it's $100 a pair. That's a $50,000 donation.
And he about to give out another 500 pair of tennis shoes.
Man, the look on Chris Brown's face, you can tell Big U just came up with that, and this is the first time he hearing it. Chris said, "It's Big U on the flow. If he is, let him know." So he could run it, and he's been a Pyru ever since. And Big U does not discriminate. If you are rolling 60s, you automatically gonna get targeted. But if you're in LA at a celebrity event, don't look him in his eyes. See right here, Ludacris is trying his best. Luda, when he look away, roll out. Cause you seen what happened to Tip. He's been extorting him so long, he probably thought whatever you like was written for him.
Shit, I can't. So you just refusing to pay your bill?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay you. I'm just not gonna allow you to videotape me as I pay you. I would not sign a release for any of the footage you're trying to film.
And you know he caught Wiz Khalifa too. I bet you he wishes he never see Big U again.
Stop with the breathing. 15 more.
That's 100.
Hey, one thing.
Y'all drop a like, y'all. Y'all hit the poll.
Out of town celebrity do push-ups. This the funniest shit to them. See, Nipsey already caught on to Big U. Every time he ran into Big U, he turned around and kept it rolling. Neighborhood stupid. See, Big U is persistent. He love making celebrities feel bad if they don't donate, and he won't stop until they give in.
Cause you know he always be. Cause you know he always be. Cause you know he always be. I'ma support you, baby. I'ma support you. I'ma support you.
You and Big U is.
But he's a father figure. He's a man of the community. He has donated for the last, 5 years. He has donated every year to the organization. He, I think he gave us $25,000 last year for the football organization. In terms of we bought football jerseys, uniforms. He paid for our field.
Yo.
He's performed 2 times for us a year.
Nah, y'all, I gotta tell y'all. Listen, y'all. If you believe in what the paperwork is a legend. Big U. Yo, this is a legend, y'all. This is a legend. All right? This is a legend. They calling them. Don't tell nobody I told you this. They calling them Big Yusufa. Yo, Big Yusufa. You don't want to see Big Yusufa when Big U turn Big Yusufa? You don't want to see that. That's what they said. Allegedly, brother and sisters. Allegedly, man, because, yo, all through the paperwork, all you hear Big U saying, yo, I'm finna break his jaw. Yo, I swear, at least 3 or 4 people, Big U's like, yo, listen, one dude he doing the business with, he about to break his jaw. Like, yo, what? One Jewish guy he be doing business with. He went and did something for him, helped him. Big U went and helped the Jewish guy because somebody owed him some money, allegedly. Football player, some basketball player, somebody owed him some hundreds of thousands or something. And Big U retrieves this money for him. Whatever, I guess he's getting a cut. But after all of this, Big U then tells this guy as well that he should break his jaw. like dead serious. And don't go into the story when he's seen Whack 100. He said, I was with my people. I was with 15 to 20 niggas with their hoodies tied down. I was in all black with my hoodie tied down. Shorty jumped in the car, boom. I'm like, yo, look. Whack said he seen it. Whack seen him. He said, yo, Eugene, that's you? Eugene. Yo. Then he said Whack just started screaming and making a scene. Yo, Eugene Henley, that's you. I see you. Yo, he got his blower. Yo, he got his blowout. Yo, Nah, I ain't trying to die here. Nah, man, nah. My kids here, my wife here. Nah. I got my kids in the car. Nah, yo, draws. Yo, chill, draws. Wax was like, draws. Word, like a thirsty nigga outside that was begging for some nosh. He was draws. He was screaming nothing but draws. Bullshit.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
That's what had happened. In the paperwork, that's what had happened. But guess what? They say that there was a video of this encounter between the supposed 15 to 20. Most likely, I ain't show you nothing, but I just told you something. You know what I mean? Most likely, the 15 people, they said they had a video of this. The feds have a video of this from the surveillance footage from the location. But I think only a still shot has surfaced somewhere. I'm still trying to see this still shot. But only a still shot has surfaced. And I've been looking for it in the paperwork, but we are going to find it because I think I know where it's at now, but I don't know. So I'm not trying to clout chase or clickbait you. But I think I know where it's at, and I'm trying to find it. But salute to everybody. Let's get back to the content. It's crazy. After this, we also got Compton TG, y'all. They said he got hands and feet put on him by a rolling 60. He got kicked out the yard, and this all happened by a rolling 60. I guess he's responding to that and all those allegations. Then we also got B Brazy. He back. He live. Shout out to B Brazy. RP to his sister. Him and his cellmate GB, they up there, they live, they're back telling these stories and stuff like that. So it's good to see the brothers back up live. You know what I mean? Facts of life. So we are going to be getting into some of that too, and we got other things to get into as well. That's going to tie all this together that I'm bringing up right now. So everybody drop a like and make sure you hit a poll. Do you think Big U is innocent of these charges? Do you think Big U can beat this RICO? Either one of those, drop that in the poll. Yes or no, yes or no. But I also want y'all to write in the comments because I need to know what y'all thinking, one. And that's how I'm able to salute y'all and big y'all up. 2, drop where you from so I can shout that out. 3, if you believe in God and Jesus, drop a 7 in my chat all the time. Because we're in the Matrix right now. This is a program. It's the Matrix. The same thing like the movie, this YouTube channel or any channel that you're on. It's called being in the Matrix the same way, right? So I like to know where God's at and make sure God's around me at all times. I always say God is the greatest. I always say on Jesus' sandals because I believe that Jesus walked and Jesus was really on earth. So I believe those things to be my thoughts, whether they're your thoughts or not. But I'm always looking for like-minded people around me. And I just want to make sure that everybody in this program and in this matrix that's around me right now is not Agent Smith. So just even if it's the 1s or 2s that drop the 7 and say God is great, at least I know we got enough. Because you got a sword, and I got a sword. I think that I could cut about 20 heads off. And as long as you could do 5 or 3, and we could deal with them. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all dropping your likes and make sure y'all dropping your 7s in the chat for the Most High God, for law, and 7s for Jesus too as well, man. Because we believe in Jesus. Jesus is real. Ali Salam. Yeah, real talk.
For the football program, he by far he's done far more for the Crenshaw community than any person up to date.
Man, TSBS. Discrediting everything Nipsey done for the community just because Wiz donated to your pockets more? I bet that's how he got to Nip. And once he do, oh man, this is when he become most creative. He'll come up with a charity event for any reason. Hey, and remember, he was bragging about giving Nip his only award.
And all of them. And I'm the only one to give him an award.
Man, by the way Big U made it sound, I thought they was honoring Nipsey like he was the man of the show.
And who gave him his only award? Living. How we beefing?
That's right.
Called him. I was doing a award show. Nip, I'm finna honor you. I'm the one who gave him that.
Big Draws forgot to mention he gave an award to anybody that donated. And Wiz got a higher award than Nipsey. And I think he used the name generator. Look at what Corrupt got, a Keep It Hood award. What's even crazier is he saved the best awards for himself. And he got 3 of them. Big U got the Uncle of the Century award, along with the Coach of the Century Heisman. And he also got the Most Valuable Uncle Award. Oh, nah, Big U different. How you sweep at your own award show? And Big U think everybody's slow but him. He'll take the donations and do the bare minimum. Rent out a hall, decorate the tables, provide some food, have one of the homies perform for free, give out Keep It Hood awards, and collect the bag. Then he act like he spent a lot of his own money, so he can keep asking for more. And when Nipsey finally came back, he kept trying to run that play.
This is for the bag. This is the squad. This is for the bag. You come looking for this bag, you gotta come through and get
Shout out to everybody that know that song right there. Drop a like if you know that song.
If
you too young, go sit down,
man.
man.
Hussle, and we ready to trip, cuz TSBS got that new drip. And he said it was $150 fee per person. That's a high-ass fee. But hold on, though, Nip. We gotta eat, too.
How do these YouTubers think of this stuff, yo? These YouTubers crazy.
Whole lot of time, whole lot of fun, and it's all I can get.
TSBS.
Win them in paintballing. Win all over the country. I ain't eating none of that. Crenshaw Rams, baby. We're gonna drip all summer long.
Not we, me.
We're planning our next bank.
Damn, already?
I think we're gonna do.
He said, not we, me.
Twist. I'm coming as Bumpy Johnson.
The uncle said he want to throw a developing options charity banquet with a 70s gangster twist where he's coming as Bumpy Johnson. Man, the same one that flourished because he was a master at robbery, extortion, and pimping? Nah, LA, this is your ARAB for sure.
We had all the kids in the 70s outfit.
For what?
Maybe.
And look at the caption though. In my free time with these babies and younger people, I love to put a smile on their face. Shoot, I'm gonna need a loan now. This Crenshaw fund is killing my pockets. I have to say thank you, Nipsey Hussle, for making these last 2 weekends happen for the team. Your money is working for the kids. We have one more weekend. When can you come? So Nipsey paid for 3 weekends. And he's already announcing the next banquet. Man, no matter how much Nip give, it's just never enough. I think Nip finally told Big U this developing options donation marathon is over. The course is done. Cause the next month,
How you gonna call it a
Big U's
marathon?
attitude changed.
How you gonna call a development option thing a marathon, yo? This guy right here is funny, yo. Yo, YouTubers, yo, shout out to everybody on YouTube, yo. Y'all creative, y'all funny as hell. But look at Nipsey's face, though. Nipsey do not look happy to be here right now. Do he? If Nipsey looks happy right here, look at him. We already know Steve Lobo don't never look happy. That's what we work in Steve Lobo, if you know about the industry and the game. You know what I mean? So I know Steve. But I'm just saying, look at Nipsey's face, though, man. I don't know if he looked that comfortable, bro. Y'all let me know. Y'all get in the chat and let me know if Nipsey look comfortable right here with Big U. Because Big U cheesing. He got the whole welfare cheese smile on. The whole block of cheese, bro. And this what you get today. He got that smile like that. And tell him what you want, Bob. Yeah. So he got the wide smile. But look at Nips, though. Nips look like, and look at his hand. You know what I'm saying? You just got to watch Nips. You know what I mean? His hand here is more down on this guy's shoulder. His hand here is kind of like closed. You know what I'm saying? You just got to watch stuff. People body language, it tells you everything, you know. Don't think I'm just looking at this because, trust me, I've studied. I'm not saying I'm no professional, but I've studied things like this, man. Trust me, body linguistics and nonverbal communications, things that people do naturally that show them signs of distress and that you're in uncomfortable situations. Sometimes you're not think you're showing it, but you're showing signs of uncomfortableness. Trust me. And Nipsey looks very uncomfortable in this situation right now.
Changed completely.
Because you made it don't mean you made it. You know what I mean? Keep it 100. I'm going to give you this message. Real talk. I watched the lose $1 billion. I like my brother Suge Knight. I watched some travel the country. I like all the artists that done been rich and travel the country. I watched
y'all drop a like, y'all.
Go in this business. I watched
RIP to Nipsey, man. We talking about Nipsey in this, man. Period. RIP to Nipsey. Y'all drop RIP to Nipsey's in that chat. That's first things first. We're going to put some respect on Nipsey name. Okay? Cool. Y'all drop a like in the building. I want the messages out. I want the messages out. Likes are free. They cost nothing. I don't ask for money here. And I help everybody here that asks me for help. So actually, you get help from me. I don't ask you for anything here. Okay? This is reverse. This is actually like real life. Okay? I don't beg all day. Salute to that. But y'all will be dropping likes, sharing if you can to any platform you can, and comment and tell me what you think about these situations. But I most definitely want y'all dropping likes and dropping into that poll and let me know what you're thinking about in that poll. Thank you, y'all. Salute to everybody that's rocking with us. Top of the AMs, everybody. Grand Risings. Right now it's 7:42 in New York City. I'm in New York. Shout out to everybody around the world, not just in nationwide that's watching us. You know what I mean? People in the UK. Big up to all my people in the UK. Big up people that's everywhere, man. Scotland, Ireland that's watching us. Big up to the people that's, listen, a lot of different people watching. So salute to everybody, man.
Get bags, hit houses, get $1 million and be broke. I watch motherfuckers make 15, 16 million and be broke. What you need to do is be careful who you stepping on your way up. In a what did it say, early rise?
Yo, let me tell y'all this too. Look. Yo, listen, if you with us right now and you ain't drop a like, you was in a freak off. In a Diddy freak off. Yeah, you. Yep. If you in this building right now with us and you ain't drop a like, you can leave if you want. We already know you was in a Diddy freak off, so it doesn't matter. If you is watching us right now, you was in a Diddy freak off. Allegedly Diddy. Don't worry about us, Diddy. Just chill. You need to laugh. You in jail. Listen, if you don't laugh when you're in jail, you'll cry or die. Listen, your only job in the Diddy party was to hold 2 bottles of baby oil in your hand like this and sing Diddy's favorite song. And his favorite song is Diddy. Diddy, 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 Diddy is Diddy. And your only job was to squirt baby oil on the contestants of the freak-off. Okay? So if you wasn't in the e-offs, make sure you drop that like, man. Y'all weird right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The people that was in the freak-off not helping nobody was weird, bro. You was there watching the freak-off, watching everything. You ain't help nobody. You the same thing. You here not helping us. It's all right, though. Especially if you that color, you should be ashamed of yourself. Should be ashamed.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
But y'all talking about Big U and all these other people. You need to stop. If you that color, you been supposed to drop the like. You's a hater. Point blank. And if Martin was here, he'd have never rocked with you. He'd have never loved you. He'd have never been with you. You'd have never went on a march. He'd have never. He'd have never even came check you in the month March. Because he'd have never rocked with you. Period. Because you ain't helping nobody, ain't looking out for nobody. And I'm just glad I told y'all that. Thank you. That's all I want to say. Really, that's all I want to say.
Early to get tired. While niggas be working and working a steady grind is grinding and fully getting it. Self-preservation don't happen in one minute or one decision. It's hard work. Come fast.
Salute to that person that dropped that like. We know you wasn't in a Diddy freak off. Salute to you.
This pic ain't help either. It looked like it's nothing but millionaires and billionaires. I mean, I could tell Big U was hating because only 3 months after this, he was tripping on Nipsey bringing Khaled to the hood, even after all those donations.
You know, not to get into too much detail, but there was a lot of big politics getting into it with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood. Not to be speaking too much on shit, but we came frontline like we always do. And, you know, niggas gonna know we gonna crash out behind it. We not playing. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Khaled. Ain't nobody doing nothing to Khaled. And he's straight. And Hussle frontline that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that.
Sam, we know it's anybody killer. You don't gotta hide it no more. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Crenshaw, something really wrong with Big U. This man's not right in the head. But hey, hell of an actor though. He tell all his lies with a straight face. Check out this line of Big U begging for donations after Nipsey died. And in the name of Nipsey. And he's telling people don't buy from the Marathon store because it's not helping the kids.
I just put up a post a couple of days ago. Talking about how we trying to get all these young brothers and sisters prom dresses and prom dresses, shirts and all suits and all that. Ain't none of these celebrities came in support. Ain't none of these fake ass bourgeoisie that was just hollering Nip name, offered to do nothing. You know, we got a couple of people that's coming to the tap. Their hair is done, their makeup done and all that. This is what I did on my own. No, let me take that back. Elliot Grains helped us, and Wiz, Elliot Grains, and P from Wack helped too. Shouts out to Wack 100. He helped too. A couple people helped with the giveaway for the suits. You know what I mean?
How much money do
but
you
right
want?
now we trying to do the same thing for the kids at the high school. Send them off to prom, but ain't none of these celebrities coming out to help.
4 or 5.
You know what I mean? We got all these people that came out. You know, they really was just clout chasing on my little kid name. You know, you want to wear Crenshaw across your chest, but that's not going to the kids. That's ownership. That's going to their business, to the Marathon store. That money don't go to the kids at Crenshaw. You want to help the kids at Crenshaw, you got to do something that's directly help the kids at Crenshaw. Help this community, you got to do that.
It's helping you. Man, y'all let Big U be an activist extortionist. And he old as hell. He be moving like it's still the 80s. I mean, you could play with the man if you want to, but if you say no to his checking in, it could get spooky. R.I.P. P&B Rock, but he thought he didn't have to check in. He thought his own protection was good enough.
2 different times before Roddy Ricch was even like super heavy. It was like, damn, bro, you just came out here like it was just me and him. Me and him went to the projects. And he like, bro, like you ain't got no security and none of that. And it's like, bro, I got security, but I don't got security. You feel me? Like, I be on my shit too, you feel me?
And what was shocking was that Luce exposed that Luce and Big U was there for P&B Rock's murder robbery.
Felt it was like super messed up because at the end of the day, it was me and Big Useless in there when it happened. So when it happened, I wish I could have just told him like, bro, just give up the jury and we get it back to you later. But it just happened so fast, and he wasn't cooperating, and that's when they took it off of him by force. You get what I'm saying? Give it up, and then check in with the real people. So we're gonna find a jury, and we're gonna get it, because we know all the pawn shops, we know all the people that's gonna melt it down and everything like that. So as soon as it comes on their table, we got it. Okay, get it, go in that back room, make that phone call, put them on the phone.
And he caught T.I.'s son there one day. Man, Big U said he's here so often, it's like the activist extortionist office. He said, get your ass out of here before our Cardinals don't get paid.
With Tip's son. He got Tip's son.
Okay.
And they on the east at Roscoe's. They on the east side of Roscoe's. I walk in Roscoe's on some different business because some other shit didn't happen. And I come in there to take care of some other business with some weed. It ain't no nice business.
Right.
I walk in Roscoe's, he in there with T.I.'s son.
Wow.
And T.I.'s little son on the I'm like, what the f is y'all doing here? I called Tip, I said, what Nephew and them doing here?
Right.
They don't have no clue where they at.
Where they at, yeah.
They just there.
Right.
They thinking it's Roscoe's. You at the wrong Roscoe's. There's 3 more Roscoe's. Go to the ones, either the one by my neighborhood or the one in Hollywood. They at the wrong, but they at the wrong Roscoe's.
Which one is the wrong?
All of them.
The one on Pico. The one on Pico is good, right?
No, they on the east side.
Oh, okay.
You gotta call Brazy.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, this is our babies.
Right.
So if he get into it with something, he ain't gotta call me. It's gonna be my problem regardless.
Right.
But he in the wrong place at the wrong time. And now all the dudes is out there looking like. I had to tell Nephew. I said, man, I called his daddy. I said, man, don't be just running around here all like this.
Well, Big U reacted to PNB Rock's death on the Nothing to Something podcast, and his reaction was so cold, it made it to the Big U RICO indictment.
The United States of America and all these countries have what is called airspace. If you invade their airspace with a plane, they consider that an act of war. If you want to come in their airspace, you're going to check in. You can choose not to, and it's going to be a problem. If dudes come and you move it in a certain way, if you choose not to check in, you suffer the consequences.
It was another example of not checking in, and Big U had an evil look when he responded to it. It looked like he was listening to a Whack 100 clubhouse room.
Then they call him like Quando Rondo. I just showed Envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. You didn't with me before that. You know what I mean? You had my number. You could have called me. You could have did all that. You know what I mean? But he was around about. But how is that fair to me? How is that fair to our team, though? You know.
Speaking of Quando Rondo, allegedly, Brick Baby might have had some involvement in all that. I don't know. And it might have involved Big U with the back door. I don't know. That's the word on the YouTube streets. But around this time, boy, Brick was getting money. How could we tell? Because he was showing it.
Man, say got to clean this motherfucker, you broke ass, they don't tell it what you up. Nigga ass. You do it with your hands when you touch this. It's the brick, man.
And if you in the 60s and you giving money, Big U could smell it like blood to a vampire. He popped up immediately. And this takes me to the illegal part of his extortion, where he get a cut of all the illegal street activities. Cause on the Big U RICO indictment on the wiretap said Brick hit a lick that ended up being a plug. But Big U demanded a percentage of that. When they counted the money, it was only $2,000 or $3,000. They said it should have been more than that. But I think this is Big U's entry on the extortion of Brick Baby, because since then he was getting harassed by 6-0s.
Six is straight.
All right, freedom scores out here, cuz. So if you don't come to the hood, leave my homeboy 15,000. We coming to no jumper. We ain't trying to do no interview.
And it was from the group he was rocking with, because the man can't even post a $50 giveaway.
Yeah, man, it's the big break, not the little one, man. And I'm giving my fans, it's a fan giveaway. If y'all buy my hit-ups around the city, y'all gotta take a picture of them, hit me, I'ma cash app you $50. You know what I'm saying? Every fan that can find the hit up. And it's 2 per location. But only 1 person can win per hit up. So if y'all know where I'm at an RICO, somewhere in the valley. I gave y'all the turnaround. I can't give y'all everything, but one of my fans said, take a picture in front of it, tag me, it's Brick, man. You already know, don't see
Without breathing on him. Big U even popped in the comments and said, how about just give me a loan? Interest free. As a matter of fact, it's a PPP. We don't need to pay it back loan. And another 6-0 member responded, stop passing out money when you in debt with the gang. And who just happens to be in the same IG post as him? The activist extortionist, Big U. Nah, this man's diabolical. See, this is when Brick Baby realizes TSBS. He went on the IG rant speaking on the 60s.
Any nigga that help get some money for, and you talk about a going on rants on the internet, on the hood, I don't involve the hood in my rants. And on 6, so I'm really like that. Test it out, nigga, because you say, talking, been in the car with me by myself, nigga. On the dead homies, you say, you talking, been on plays with me by myself. I done pulled up on y'all by myself, nigga. You ain't shit without your homeboys for real. Nigga. Keep congregating on the rich. If you want to, you never get here. On the dead homies, nigga, I didn't get rich from hating on niggas. I got rich from separating myself from niggas. On the hood, I got rich from separating from you ass punk. On the hood, I fuck with real deal situations. Nigga, I fuck with real killers, nigga, real drug dealers and shit, nigga. On the dead homies, I'm rapping now, nigga. On the hood, I got rich because I separated. Nigga. On the dead homies, nigga, did my boy bad, cuz you did Nipsey bad, even though it was my little homie, nigga. Still not with y'all tight. Same got my telephone number. Same know what's happening. On the dead homies, cuz get your money, stay out the way, cuz on hood. I seen real slime balls turn into rich when they stop worrying about what the next nigga doing, cuz on 6-0. Is it stuck in a fucked up state of mind? The hood got a curse over it. Nigga, I won't catch no rolling 60 indictment because I'm not this cuz on 6-0. On the dead homies, it's a curse over my hood. It ain't been a pack of niggas get money out the 60s and niggas just do the right thing ever. On the hood, it ain't got enough power to be big meats in them. It's a curse over this mother. On 6-0, it's a curse over the hood, cuz. And if y'all not gonna break it, stay the away from me. I'm willing to help anybody around this mother. I'm willing to do whatever for whoever, nigga. You know what's crazy? I still ain't even rich. I'm rich to y'all. That bust down chain I went to go buy on 6-0 Crip on hood after P&B Rock died. Nigga, I got plenty jewelry. That shit right at my jewelry. Dead homies, I ride all gold, plain Jane. Just nigga, because kings wear something around their neck just to show that they still kinging around. On 6-0, I go to the jeweler and pull out all type of shit on you niggas. Cuz, but for what? Cuz on 6-0, I had a watch that cost $38,000 when I went to jail. That was worth $100. I had another watch that was worth $5,000 to $8,000 or something. That motherfucker worth $18,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even really wear a chains. Dead homies, I don't even have a logo for Brick City. I'm really like a grinder, cuz on 6-0. Make it make sense though. Make it make sense, cuz. Everybody make it make sense. Before I start tapping asses around, nigga, no homo. Hence, the 6x10 chain, you no longer see me wearing that. Because I had to separate in order to become my own figure. I still got it. But what I look like with a 6x10 on my neck everywhere that I go, cuz, and I'm representing black empowerment, cuz, on the dead homies, but I'm putting the name tag on my chest to shoot at without even asking questions, cuz on the dead homies, ain't no busterism. Y'all know who I be with. Y'all know who I am, man. Y'all know my family, cuz, from granddaddy on down, man. Y'all know they really rock like that, cuz, on the dead homies, cuz, uncles and all that, cuz, on the hood. Separation is the key, cuz. Separate yourself from that cancer, cuz, on 6-0, because you're not gonna make it nowhere where you have people holding you down, cuz, on the dead. Yeah, just hate the fact that I grew up. I'm a grown ass man. on 6-0, turning into a general, cuz, and on hood, I'm not putting that same energy that y'all gave us when we was kids into these young heads, bro. It's all positivity, cuz, on 6-0. You know what I'm saying? You know it's either be 8, point blank, period. We ain't got to go into preaching all that, cuz, on the dead homies. Teach these little how to get some money and take care of their kids and stop going back to jail like the older that came and embraced me did.
Why do Brick Baby keep wiping his nose like that, though? He keep wiping his nose like he drinking or he high. I don't know what's going on, yo. Looking like he high, though, bro. But he keep wiping his nose, and he got a runny nose, bro. What the hell had happened, bro? What the hell had happened? Salute to everybody, top of the AM to everybody. Glad y'all here. You already know we here through another day. If y'all ain't get no sleep yet, you still got to wait to wake up to say you here for another day. You got to wake up, y'all. Salute, man. And when you wake up, you say, I'm here. So salute to y'all, but we here at the moment, man. Everybody already know. Get the likes up and get in the poll.
I still tap in, nigga. I ain't gonna bring their names into the internet. Nigga, I tap in with my nigga. I still ask them, is it okay if I do this? If I do that, only because we represent one thing up under one umbrella.
Conversation, dudes.
How do you guys feel about it?
We gotta have a convo about a couple of things, man. We gotta top it up, dude. So I'm gonna hit you up later. We gonna figure it out. Cause I got a couple questions, man. I was gonna hit you yesterday too, but it's all good. So salute to Deuce. Active Chuck's in the building, man. We gonna chop it up.
I think Brick told no lies. The 60s looks cursed. How does every big name on the internet all hate each other equally? Or is it the Big U curse? Because this man is diabolical. You guys know it. The people who he go after most is on the 60s. But it looked like he might be going away for a minute. So we might find out. But before we do though, I still got Big U taking the Big U RICO tour to St. Louis, ATL, New Jersey, and more. Let me get 660 likes. And I'ma drop it ASAP on 6-0.
That's another one of the big struggles you're gonna deal with as an artist, especially if you come from LA or especially if you come from the streets in general. And you know, you got a lot of people that feel entitled to your success.
No matter what, when I walk through the door, I'm the bad guy.
For sure. But why they put that on you though?
Because it's black. I'm black. I'm big. I fit the criteria.
It was like, I could have probably stopped it. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
For years, rumors swirled about Big U's involvement in Nipsey's demise, but there was never enough proof to make anything stick. Now, with the indictment exposing how deep his alleged ties to criminal activity go, people are starting to connect the dots. From suspect social media posts to cryptic interviews and strange coincidences, it's looking real messy for Big U. And to make things even crazier, some are saying he didn't just have a hand in Nipsey's death, he may have been behind Fat's fate too. Fats found out the hard way after warning Nipsey Hussle about Big U allegedly putting a mark on his head. Let's break it all down. With Big U's recent RICO indictment alongside other Rolling 60s members, the streets are talking and receipts are popping up left and right. People are going back and watching old videos, interviews, and social media posts with a fresh perspective, and what they're finding is raising a lot of eyebrows. One of the biggest things getting attention right now is a video of Big U and his crew going live right after Nipsey passed away. And listen, the way they were talking, the energy they had, it didn't sit right with a lot of people. It wasn't giving sadness or shock, it was giving something else. And now that people know what they know thanks to the indictment, they're side-eyeing the whole thing. And then there's Eric Holder, the man convicted for Nipsey's Red Run. Turns out he wasn't just some random dude off the street. He was known. And not just known, there are videos of him and Big U from back in the day. They were fighting security together, moving in the same circles. You don't think that's suspicious? And then Luce Cannon went ahead on No Jumper interview and even said that Eric Holder was gonna snitch on Big U to get an early release.
Eric Holder get his appeal.
What makes you think that the appeal is gonna work?
No, it's coming out.
A couple years into like a very long sentence.
No, he got a get out of jail free card.
What's that?
Freak baby?
No,
mental illness.
Big Useless.
From the outside looking in, Big U and Nipsey Hussle were supposed to be cool, but behind the scenes, things were different. The tension had been brewing for years, and when Nipsey finally got out of his contract with Big U, the real problem started. Big U wasn't happy about Nipsey moving on, and he made that clear. First, there were the petty moves, like ripping equipment out of the studio. Imagine that. Nipsey was trying to build something, and Big U was out here sabotaging him at every turn. Then there was the infamous fight. It wasn't some minor disagreement, it was a full-blown fallout. Nipsey wanted to be independent. He wanted to build his own empire, but Big U wasn't trying to hear that. He was used to being the one in control. So when Nipsey made it clear that he wasn't under his thumb anymore, things got ugly.
What bothers me the most when people say he got killed by one of his own homeboys.
Right.
Well, at some point he wasn't his homeboy.
Right.
Because he's like, you ain't supposed to be here.
And if we're keeping it real, it wasn't just Nipsey that had issues with Big U. Luce Cannon, another former friend of Big U, went on No Jumper and let it be known Big U was moving foul. According to Luce Cannon, Big U knew Nipsey was gone before anyone else. Now, how would he know that unless he was directly involved? That's the million-dollar question. Fats wasn't just a close friend of Nipsey, he was family. They grew up together. He was one of the few people Nipsey really trusted. And when he got wind of what was going on, he made sure to warn Nipsey. But here's where things get really messy. Fats warned Nipsey, and shortly after, Fats was gone too. Coincidence? Maybe. But people in the streets don't believe in coincidences. And the way it all went down, it just didn't add up. The official story about Fats passing never really made sense. And those who knew what was really going on always felt like something was off. Now, with Big U's name back in the spotlight, people are looking back at what happened to Fats and asking the real question.
When Nipsey died, right? When Nipsey got killed, we probably had about 375, 400 kids that was in our program. And I had the travel basketball team. We had a contract with Adidas that was worth about $3 million that Kanye West gave us.
Wow.
And then I had like a bunch of other different contracts and for our nonprofit. We were really thriving. Then Nipsey gets killed.
According to whispers in the hood, Big U allegedly put a backdoor play in motion against Nipsey. But here's the thing. Nipsey had too much love in the streets. When the order came down, some of the people involved couldn't go through with it. Instead, they warned him. And if you remember, right before Nipsey passed, he was working to bring the Crips and Bloods together. He was trying to build something bigger than himself. But not everyone wanted that. And that's why they say the play was made.
What about like YG and Mustard? And my homies, man. Shout out to YG and Mustard. We clicked up in LA. We got a movement. Push ain't call money in. Is it a movement though? Like,
if the goal was to take Nipsey out, why would it happen right in front of his own store? Why would it happen in broad daylight? Why was there no real security there that day? None of it makes sense unless you look at the bigger picture. Right before everything went down, Nipsey was supposed to shoot a music video. The original plan was to shoot it in Compton, but something told him to change locations. Instead, he decided to shoot it in the hood. Some say he made that call because he knew people were plotting on him. He knew Compton wasn't safe for him at that moment, so he called YG and told him to pull up to the Marathon store instead. Another thing that's got people really questioning Big U right now is the fact that LA County was funding one of his organizations. Now, why would the government be giving money to someone allegedly involved in illegal activities? If the indictment is exposing him for what he really was, does that mean LA County was unknowingly funding a criminal enterprise? Or were they fully aware and just looking the other way? That's a whole different conversation. But it's another reason people are saying Big U had more power than anyone realized. And with that kind of power, it's not hard to see how he could make things happen without ever getting his hands dirty. The tension between Big U and Nipsey Hussle had been building for years. But what a lot of people don't know is that Big U allegedly tried to line Nipsey up long before the tragic day in 2019. See, if Big U's original backdoor attempt had worked, it would have looked like a Blood vs. Crip war. That was the whole play. If a Blood had done it, the media would have framed it as just another gang rivalry instead of what it really was, a hit.
Why do you need an alibi for the day that Nipsey died?
I don't know what Then I didn't do it.
Got you a whole bunch of different places at one time.
At the studio, Big U started pressing Nipsey and accusing him of making a diss song about him. And Nipsey, he didn't flinch. That's when Big U got real upset. But here's the thing. Nipsey wasn't scared. He wasn't about to back down, not even to the so-called big homie. And this is where things got physical. Big U, thinking he had the upper hand, threw a water bottle at Nipsey's face. And that's when Nipsey really turned up. He wasn't one to let disrespect slide.
It wasn't never pushed as a song, but it came out, and I mean, I don't rap, I scrap. And this is my neighborhood, my You know what I'm saying? This is my land. This is my piece of rock. I fought for this. I ain't gave this up. I'm still here every single day.
After that fight, the hood was talking. Nipsey standing on business like that against Big U, that was major. Now here's the crazy part. Big U's homies had to come talk to him. They had to pull up and let him know he was wrong for how he handled that situation. And when it comes to street politics, being wrong means there are consequences. That morning, some of the homies came to pick Big U up. See, in street culture, when you mess up like that, sometimes you gotta take your discipline. And in this case, that probably meant getting packed out. But this is where Black Sam stepped in.
Because Big U used to always tell me he didn't like Black Sam, couldn't stand Black Sam, right? But
salute everybody. Y'all drop a like in the building. Y'all already know, drop a like.
Get up under it to try to curb his thoughts.
Now Nipsey, being who he was, might have been willing to go with Big U and take whatever was coming to him. Maybe he thought it was just going to be a fade, a fair one-on-one with a couple of dudes. That's how it was supposed to go, right? But Black Sam wasn't stupid. He wasn't about to let his little brother walk into something that could turn
especially
into
when we're dealing with the AI.
He wasn't part of that gang stuff, but he knew enough to know when something wasn't adding up. So, when Big U's people came knocking, talking about going with Nipsey, Black Sam didn't allow it. And if Black Sam had let Nipsey leave that day, he might not have made it back.
Because Black Sam was totally against a lot of this shit. You know, he was telling his brother like, yo, I don't trust, this ain't that, this ain't this ain't that.
All of this, the fights, the diss song, the refusal to bow down, it was all leading up to Nipsey's final day. Because at this point, what was left? Nipsey had already fought Big U. He had already stood his ground. What was the next move? If you can't control him and you can't beat him, there's only one option left. And that's why people are saying Big U's name keeps popping up when it comes to Nipsey's demise. Here's the part where things get really suspicious. Whack 100 has been saying for years that Big U might have been working with them people. And if you really think about it, it makes sense. How did Big U always seem to dodge real charges? How was he able to move the way he did without facing real consequences? It's been rumored for a long time that Big U had certain ties that allowed him to operate above the street level. And if that's true, it makes sense why he was allegedly able to set things in motion and walk away untouched.
He telling everybody he ain't got no federal indictment. You got a federal indictment.
You think?
One for Monster, right? That's the one you mentioned, the boy from 190 name told on him. I got the recordings on that.
Everybody subscribe to the channel now.
Right.
Click subscribe
Monster,
now.
You know what I'm talking
Notified too.
Right? And then the other one for all the...
Even when people from the hood got locked up, Big U, he was good. When Nipsey's people got picked up, Black Sam had to bail them out. But Big U, he didn't need a bail. He just walked out. How does that work?
It's gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house.
At this point, the streets are talking louder than ever. With Big U now facing this RICO case, people are going back and looking at everything differently. The fights, the failed setups, the weird interviews, the fact that Fats and Nipsey were both taken out while Big U
Next, we're going into another breakdown on Fats.
Starting to realize
I'm getting to learn a lot more about Nipsey Man's Fats, man. I mean, he seemed like a real dude.
Was a hit. The only question now is, will the truth ever really come out? Or is this just another case of the streets knowing what really happened while the system looks the other way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and smash that like and
in Los Angeles, California. Fats grew up in the Hyde Park section of Los Angeles. At that time, a treacherous neighborhood wired with gang politics. Fats being thrusted into the gang life was him simply being a byproduct of his cross streets, so him being inducted into the 6 O's was organic. Fats and Nipsey were friends since childhood, but they became even closer when Nipsey moved in with his grandmother off 59th Street and 5th Ave. This is around the time Nipsey and Fats were getting knee-deep in gang activities. Fats was fighting so much he got kicked out of all the local schools and got sent to uni high. All his childhood he was tested and underestimated due to his size. Although he was short and pudgy built, Fats had a cold squabble and could pack a punch. He would later incorporate UFC techniques in his arsenal.
RP Fats, RP Nips. You already know the vibes. Y'all drop RP Nips in there. You know it's all alleged when it comes to Nipsey and Big U. It's a lot of little coincidences, a lot of things that even I see in it just looks crazy. But this is alleged when it comes to Nipsey. That's not in no paperwork and there's no case on this. So you must understand that. But these people that's putting YouTube videos together, you know, it just be crazy how they put these videos together. You know what I mean? So we do want to go into Fats and just break down who Fats is a little bit.
Fats has been loyal to Nipsey and Black Sam since day one. In the mid-2000s, when Nipsey began pushing his music, Fats was in the street handing out Nipsey's business cards. On various occasions, Nipsey and Fats would be out of state running money plays. One time they were in Vegas hustling. While they were there, they encountered static organ transplants, as well as issues with the police. They decided to cut their losses and drive back to LA. Nip drove the first half, and they stopped in a small town called Barstow, which is considered the halfway point from Vegas to LA. Nipsey and Fats switched places so Fats can drive the rest of the way. A few minutes after he started driving, they get pulled over while having 2 guns in the car. The police end up impounding the car. While Nipsey and Fats are walking back to the Greyhound station in the desert, a pickup truck pulls up and someone inside throws a bottle at the two. It yells, "Fuck!" Fats and Nipsey made it back to LA and would eventually get the car back. When Black Sam was heavy in the game, as an underground DVD bootleg movie distributor, Fats had a key role in facilitating that hustle. He'd be out slinging those DVDs at the Ralph's that was on Crenshaw, and play lookout for the police when Black Sam was trapping out the Vons parking lot in Inglewood. When Sam later went down for this and had to do time, Fats and Nipsey held it down on the home front. While Black Sam was locked up in 08, Nipsey was in New York City signing to Epic Records, and Fats was right there by his side. When Black Sam got out, him and Fats got right to that new hustle, and that was selling clothes. Sam and Fats started out at the intersection vending t-shirts and seeing their merch get confiscated daily by the police. The officer told them to shut the fuck up and get a storefront, so they did. Sam and Fats set up Sloss and Tees while they were still hustling mixtapes. Black Sam got arrested again and they would lose the storefront. When Sam got out, him and Fats hustled t-shirts and socks again and got the money up to rent out another space in that strip mall, this time called Sloss and Ave. By this point, Nipsey's name was ringing in the streets of LA, and everyone wanted to cop the Crenshaw apparel he was wearing. So fans from all over were pulling up to Crenshaw and Slauson. In 2014, the shop got raided again. Another loss. Through hurdles and obstacles, they managed to hang on. Nipsey, Fats, and Sam continued to expand their entrepreneurial endeavors. Fast forward to 2017. Nip, Sam, and Fats bought a dispensary shop at 5956 West Boulevard. That location was previously owned by a Mexican-American man who had been getting extorted by a few 6-0s. That man went to Nipsey and his team about purchasing the spot, and they did. They named it Top Flight, and Fats would be at the dispensary daily to make sure operations were going smooth. During this time, things were getting shaky within the 6-0s. Allegedly, Fats had put his hands on Big U in the alley, which prompted the 6-0s to have an emergency meeting to attempt to hash it out. But allegedly, Fats would go another level and take off on Big U at that meeting. In the meanwhile, the same 6-0s that were extorting their previous owner tried to run the same play on Fats, but Fats pushed back and told him to get the hell on. Shortly after that, another member got out of bounds, causing Fats to send him to the hospital. Then someone within the 6-0s came to infiltrate what they had going on inside the dispensary. They were able to get the in by allegedly selling Fats grade A weed for a dirt cheap price under the table. Through that, the 6-0 member allegedly was able to scope out the inside and get further intel at how they were running things. Then on September 29th, 2017, at around 10:45 p.m., Fats allegedly got a call from that 6-0 member to come outside, that he allegedly had some more work for him. When Fats got out front, he saw the car he recognized and started walking to the corner. As he inched up, shots from the light-colored sedan let off. Fats was struck multiple times and ran back inside the dispensary where he collapsed. He was pronounced dead at the scene at 11:10 p.m. He was more work for him. When Fats got out front, he saw the car he recognized and started walking to the corner. As he inched up, shots from the light-colored sedan let off. Fats was struck multiple times and ran back inside the dispensary where he collapsed. He was pronounced dead at the scene at 11:10 p.m. He was 30 years old. Fats was laid to rest at the Inglewood Cemetery. And allegedly his killer is still walking around today. Nipsey was very vocal at how upset he was at the 6-0s for not cleaning up house. Nipsey would later open up another business in the strip mall named Steve's Barbershop in honor of Fats. Fats' death hit Nipsey extremely hard at a time in his life and career were trending upward toward the release of his highly anticipated debut album in Victory Lap. Nipsey would commemorate Fats on Racks in the Middle. Fats was instrumental in the foundation of the Marathon brand. He was there from the start. He was described as a loyal friend, hardworking, charismatic with a vibrant spirit. Fats' family still retains ownership of the Marathon brand. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
You better start acting like that.
The internet, nigga. On hood. Niggas know what's up. We in the hood, nigga.
Better stop acting weird with
They
all
come
these
to the
weird.
hood, they'll figure it out.
Better stop acting weird with all these weird ass.
Cowboy about the fat shit, cause he'll around and tell.
R.I.P. Bolt the Fats, Nipsey Hussle's best friend.
Krusty, that was my celly in Lancaster, man. Me and him was porters, man. Lancaster building 2.
Yeah. You know what we went through, you know? We got the old footage, man. Be on there, man. Y'all gonna see Fats with big t-shirts, you know? This didn't change, man. You know what I'm saying? We growing. Still going, man. It's a marathon, man, you know? You know what I'm saying? These two right here, man, good brothers. Nip, you know, foundation. This word.
To the outside world, Fat's death is a mystery, but allegedly the hood knows. And this is how the story goes. But before we begin, please like the video. But on this situation, Big U claimed his innocence.
They say, y'all, you know, it's another new one too. I got into it with Fats. Let me give y'all the information on it. I ain't never got into it with Fats. Fats is my little homeboy. Ever in my life, me and Fats ever got into it with nobody. Never, ever. So, you gotta figure that one out anyway. So, all that them telling y'all stupid for listening to any of that. But, y'all been listening and responding to this shit was said for the last, 6-7 years? Why you gonna stop? No, longer than that. Longer than that. Y'all was accusing me that I ain't even do. And what's funny, I wasn't even in town.
And I don't like to.
Oh, we gonna figure it out, Big.
I don't like to put out no negative things.
Salute everybody. You already know the vibe. We moving, we transitioning. We got a lot to talk about with that, but we got a lot of topics to get into. We got Compton TG. They said that he got packed up and he got kicked off the yard and all type of stuff. So we gonna go take a listen to this and see what the hell had happened. And we're going to get back to this. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. Y'all drop likes. Y'all get in the poll. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking about any of this.
Like, he's very talented. He got the song Closed Case.
Shout out to Compton Rick Rock for this. Toxic
Show.
Media for the other one.
My point is he's like a California drill rapper. He gang. And shout out to Southside, shout out to Atlantic Drives. You feel me? Those are my homies. I love them to death. You feel me? Southside AD, I love you. I love them. 5580, I love them. You feel me? And that's where he grew up out. Well, that's where he claimed. You know, that's where he said he's from. I met him in the county jail. I ain't never seen him over there, but he'd be over there all in the music videos. So you feel me? I ain't gonna discredit where he grew up at, but I don't know. I ain't never seen him over there. I used to be over there a lot. But like I was saying, he promote the gang violence and he promote his gang to the fullest. Tatted all over his body, say it in every song, and the image that he portray is he'll fight anything, he'll shoot anything, and he's full-fledged with the business.
That's what any rapper, all rappers do that. It's entertainment. That's all it is, entertainment. Some of these dudes, if they was really living that life, they'd be in jail with a light sentence. But he's in jail. I guess he was actually living some of his lyrics because he's definitely in there, I believe, for robbery. So, you know, all rappers do that. All rappers turn it up, talk about this because that's what sells records in the black community. It's sad, but that's what sells. That's the kind of music that sells, that drill type. Let's get back to this.
And that his hood love him, and he love his hood. And he even says, if you don't know me, Lil Wardian, you're not from, like, if you don't know him, you're not from the South. You feel me? He from the AD. But you know, they South without the South, but that's what type of image he portrayed. And if y'all don't know, he went to jail for robbing a jewelry store a few years back. And he had Calipat. He was just at Calipat on AR. You feel me? Mainline GP. He's up there thugging. Now, if you don't know, we've been on lockdown. For like there's been a lot of deaths, a lot of stabbings. And last few weeks. So they put us all on lockdown, give everybody a timeout and breather. I guess while we was on lockdown, he said naps. You feel me? Over the tier. And for y'all who don't know, in other states, naps mean that's how you disrespect the neighborhood Crips. I'm assuming he was talking about the Compton neighborhoods, but that's how you diss all neighborhoods. That's how you diss.
That is how you diss. That is a diss. That is a disrespectful word to the people that represent that specific area. That is very disrespectful. And for somebody to yell that over the tier, whether he talking about the LA or just all neighborhoods, period, is disrespectful, especially if he's disrespecting the Compton in hoods, because in prison, Compton and Watts, they run together, and that's a no-no. Whatever issues you got, you lead them outside the gate. And this is what I be telling y'all by when dudes be banging, y'all banging hard on the streets, out here shooting each other on the streets, fading each other on the streets. But when you go up in that penitentiary, y'all the best of buddies. Look at Luce Cannon and Brick Baby. They good buddies now. They was cool on the street, but they didn't did a whole lot of disrespectful talking back and forth with each other. And they from the same hood. But they buddies now. But that's just how it goes. When you got enemies on the streets and you get in jail, that's over with. So for him to disrespect and say naps over the tier, that's a no-no. So we gonna break it down, but let's get back into this real quick.
This Infant Doty, X4, 4 Extra. That's how you diss all they hoods. That's how you diss Big U, Nipsey. That's how you diss Bino. That's how you diss a gang. That's how you diss all neighborhood Crips. And they wasn't going for that. So he said it a week ago. Doors opened the day before yesterday, and they came out. And yeah, they said somebody from on the 60s went in there and challenged him to a fight, and there was a couple of more Crips at the door, and he didn't fight. He said he started screaming. He was sorry, and they said he got under the bunk.
Let's stop there. He's on the level 4 prison yard, level 4 270 design, I believe. And this is how prison goes. Let's just say somebody disrespect another card, right? If it's right there on the spot and they disrespect you, it don't matter what card you from. Get off. Get right off where you mad at. That's how it goes. But as somebody behind the door, which we call cell soldiers in jail, somebody yelling out disrespectful language on over the tier behind a door, that's a cell soldier. Now in the next move, because level 4s, they always lock down. The next move would be to send a kite to one of the homies from Compton. So let's just say if he disrespect the neighborhood card, they would send a kite to the homies like, hey, your homeboy just disrespect the set, right? And then the homies will say, well, he disrespected the Comptons, but don't worry about it. We gonna take care of that. We'll take care of it, right? The homies will get on his bumper. Ain't no other card. We don't care who it is. Ain't no 60s, no 40s, no 30s, no none of that gonna disrespect the protocol, because the Compton and Watts not gonna disrespect no 60s, no 40s, no 30s, no Bloods, and none of that. This is how the protocol goes in jail. They gonna get at your card, and your card gonna handle you, right? Right or wrong, the homies gonna handle you. Now, we go to the hole because of you, we gonna get down with you. We got your back right or wrong, but when we get up in that hole, you fit to get your ass toe up. Point blank period. You fit to get toe up in that hole. So this is the part I don't understand. How is it even allowed for another card to run up on some Compton homies and talking about getting down? That goes way... That don't even, I never heard that before. This must be some new stuff. And if it's any Compton and Watts homies on the yard that allowed that to go down, that say something about them. But is Compton TG in the wrong? Hell yeah, he in the wrong. Facts, he in the wrong. But that's how the protocol is supposed to go. Let's get back to the content.
They want to fight. I wasn't there. This is just what a reliable source told me. And one of his, not even nobody from my hood, just a reliable homie. He didn't fight. They said he got under the bunk, and then he rode a kite. He rode a kite to the dude hood fella from Rolling 60s and said, look, man, I don't want to fight. Can I just roll it up? And then we just call it even? I guess hood fella took the kite to the homies, and the homies was upset. He was upset.
Okay, that's exactly where I was going with it. See, some of this stuff could get mixed up and tangled up. What is his name? Compton TG sent the letter, a kite, to the homie from 60s saying, can I roll it up? The dude from 60s took the kite to the homies. Now, we're going to get more into it. We're going to break this all the way down. And I'm going to also play an audio with Compton TG after this video. So let's get back into this. We're going to break it down some more. Let's go.
And he refused to start coming out the cell. Well, yesterday, I noticed the homies beat him. They got up on him. They finally came out of the cell and they whooped him. Now he on CR. And if I'm not mistaken, they finna get him again on CR. You feel me? From what I heard, they finna get him again. And they try to press that issue for him to PC up, go SNY. And I just want to say, he was somebody, a prominent member, gang banged out, but nobody is bigger than the program.
All right, let's stop here. J Hood brung this message to the internet. Was the homie wrong? Yes, he was, especially if he was dissing over the tier behind the door, that cell soldier. And then you said you was talking about the Compton in hoods. That's really a no-no. You don't disrespect your card. That stays on the streets. Now, J Hood, you came to the internet and you said the homies was going to get him on the next yard, which you shouldn't have done, because now you didn't woke him up and you didn't gave him a warning of what's going to happen. He might call home and his family say, hey, man, we heard it on the internet. They going to get you on the next yard. And y'all might not never get action at getting him. Now, all this is alleged. I don't know what happened because I wasn't there, but he called home. Compton TG called home and he has a different story where he's saying it didn't happen that way. It happened this way. Now, TG is a rapper. So, of course, you know, people going to go after him because, you know, like I say, clout. We back to that clout word. Clout is the best drug on earth. They say fent, but I say, nah, clout, man. People is doing all type of stuff for this clout. He said, man, I'm the rapper, man. They targeting me because I'm the rapper, which that don't mean that nobody care about nobody being no rapper. But some dudes do be hating. Some dudes that hate on you, man. You don't know who's hating on you. But we're going to get to Compton TG's part of the story and get his side on what he got to say. And anything else after this, all I'm going to say is this. You was wrong for yelling over the tier, disrespecting another section. You was not supposed to do that. That's a cell soldier. If you had any issues, you could have handled that way different. So we're going to get to this audio from Compton TG, and I'm done with this whole situation, man. Let's check out this content. Y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. But let's get to this audio, man, and we out here after that. Let's go.
I'm the aggressor, cuz I know I'm the rapper, and I'm not gonna let no nigga try to get no clout off my name or none of that. The shit that happened with me and your homies, fool, it was nothing like how niggas is trying to make it seem, cuz a nigga and all that. A nigga socked me and then ran down the stairs. The police pressed the button. They made a big ass scene. They was trying to move me out the building because it was two niggas in front of me talking to me, and then a nigga socked me from behind. So they like, oh, it was a 3-on-1. I told the police, like, cuz, no, it was just me and my celly horse playing. I don't know who socked me, cuz. I'm trying to figure out who socked me, cuz. I stayed in the building. I told the police, no, y'all not gonna take me out of here. I'm about to deal with whoever socked me, cuz. I find out. I get that. I'm finna go. I tell my celly go to work. He come back. He like, man, I didn't have no problems with these niggas. I've been in this building for 2 years. Mind you, I was only in the building for 2 weeks. He said, man, I've been in this building for 2 years. And I ain't never had no problem with these niggas. And what you hoping till you got here? Like, damn, cause you going against me, a nigga shot me, fool. I said, I'm finna go. Like, bro, you supposed to ride with me, nigga, right or wrong, bro. Like, nigga, is we finna go or what? He like, no, them niggas is strapped up. Like, no, nigga, no. Like, I'm good. Like, I've been right here without you. Understand? So, boom, cuz go out. He go out to medical. He come back. He get off on me in the cell. So we gotta
like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rec Rock TV. Also, hit that notification.
Ain't nobody. He the same nigga that said that he ain't want to get into the shit when the Hoover niggas did the shit with me on the dead homie. So I'ma for sure put niggas out there. Yeah,
salute everybody. Drop their likes. Preface this. Top of the AM to everybody. You already know. I'm rocking out still, man. I've been live all night, man. I haven't slept. It's 8:35 a.m. in New York City. Salute to that. Salute to wherever y'all from. You already know. Y'all put it in the chat. I'll salute y'all, man. I just put places and faces together. So salute to all of y'all, man. We got that situation with Compton TG, him responding, saying, yo, man, I was looking to get it in, whatever the case may be. You know, he said that he was supposed to be getting moved. There's a lot in that story, though, man. One thing I took from the Compton story, though, from TG himself, is he said that he was horse playing around with some people. And now when he's supposed to be being moved, he said he don't want to move because he needs to find out who socked him first. But if you told the people that you were horsing around, why would you care about going to see who socked you? So I listened very clearly in different ways. So I don't know what's the difference of that and that. You know what I mean? Because if you told the fuzz in the building, yo, listen, man, we was horsing around. Why do you have to say that you have to stay here to find out who socked you? You might as well have been saying that from the initial part, right? So then that could be something that, because that's how come sometimes when we talk fast. So I don't know. I don't know the fullness of this brother's situation. I don't know. Yeah, man. It's crazy, though. It is a crazy situation. Salute to everybody, though. Make sure y'all dropping likes. Make sure y'all hitting polls, doing all types of things. Let me know what y'all thinking about Big U, RICO case, anything, Luce Cannon, Brick Baby, they cellmates. Do you think are they really cellmates? I don't think they're cellmates. I think they're probably housed in the same area, and that's it. That's all I think. I don't think they're actual cellmates. If they're actual cellmates, it's possible, but I think they probably housed in the same thing. If they are cellmates, do you think that they cell is bugged? You know what I mean? For real. A lot of people's running around with that story like, yo, they stupid. The feds put them in there. You know the feds did this. I don't know. Feds is slick when they ready, bro. I don't put nothing past a Fed, bro, or a federal informant. That's why I don't put nothing past that guy, Dale Morrison, who's the actual informant in the Big U case, victim number one. I don't put nothing past that guy. That guy's a slippery slope, bro. I'm telling you, don't put nothing past him. He's an active informant still. If you see Dale Morrison, you should run. Allegedly. You should run, man. And don't make him call your phone because he's an active informant. And he's still yet to snitch on this Big U RICO case. So you run around talking to him today, you could end up in the paperwork. You could end up in that case talking to that man. So if you want content and you want to run around and go clout chase, not all content's good to do. I don't think that's the video that a lot of you YouTubers want to do. The guy Dale Morrison. I don't think you want to do that one. Trust me. That's one you need to just sit out. Trust me. Trust me. Because when we get to finding out everything that this man has really told the feds, you're going to question if you even spoke to that guy at all. And if your phone's bugged, or what the hell happened to you, or if you being watched. Straight. Because last time I checked, I'm not trusting an informant. No way, no possible. And the last time I checked, I ain't trusting no Fed, or no op, or no cop. I'm not trusting none of them. None of them. They have a job to do, and their job is to fuck us all over. That's their job. What are you talking about, bro? Only people that rock with them people like that is 600, and we call him 1200 in this chat, a.k.a. 1200. His name is 1200 because he's 12, and I'm keeping it 100. 600 is 12. Yes, I doubled him up. 600 is 12, and I'm keeping it 100. You know, and I know how I know he's 12? Just like this. I bet you that 600 is 12. I bet you $100. Okay, you bet? All right, cool. Did you go around the YouTube streets? Did you go outside? You open your door? You find out he 12? All right, cool. Give my $100 now. Come. I bet you never bet nobody no dumbass bet like that. Give my 100. My 100. See what I mean? He's 12. Or just like this, look. 600 is 12, y'all. Black man, black woman. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. So regardless, I'm keeping it 100. So regardless, 600 is 12. Regardless, allegedly, but he's 12. There's no allegedly's on this. 600 is the Crip cop. He's 12. He has a badge. He has all of this. Today, other day, I think today or earlier, I think he made some video talking about when he went to Big U crib, he didn't know that he was being arrested, and he went out there asking questions to the feds and all of them people outside in front of his house, like, yo, what he did, what's this, a burglary or something like that? Yo, 600 is a cop, my nigga. He's a whole cop, bro. And I know I told Luce Cannon that on my channel. I'm going to find it because Luce was here one day. I know I told Luce that shit, like, yo, Luce, I just can't get with 600. And I know I probably told Wack that shit too. I had to have told Wack, man. If I ain't tell Wack, I'm going to tell your ass now. I'm going to tell your ass later. But I can't get with 600, bro. I can't, bro. He's one of the people that toggles being a cop, a Crip, and a street dude and a boxer all in one. You know what type of guy that is? It's a detriment to the young people, man. Imagine a young member, a young street kid that's out in the streets. Not to say they need to be in the streets, but you might be. And then you playing this fence and you going to precincts and doing weird stuff because you looking at 600 and you looking up to this guy. Yo, bruh. Listen, bruh. That's why they made streets and sidewalks. If you're in a sidewalk, get your ass on the sidewalk. If you in them streets, stay your ass in the streets. Don't act like you in a sidewalk, nigga. When nigga run down on your ass, you in the streets, bruh. So there's a difference between the streets and the sidewalk. We need to compartmentalize, separate, man. Straight up. Don't be like 1200, a.k.a. 1200. That's it. His new name is just 1200 straight. Don't call him Snitch 100. His name is 1200. Don't call him nothing else. We getting into B Brazy. Shout out to B Brazy. He back. GB and Cellmate. They back. They popping they ish. You know what I mean? Talking they talk. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna listen into this, man, because you know who's been, you know what I mean, been down for a little minute. You know what I mean? RIP to B Brazy's sister, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a lot going on that. And then a lot of people's wondering, yo, do he still got the line? What happened? Niggas took his line, yo, son, but niggas like, yo, he took his 9X? All type of shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? But we all trying to figure out what the hell happened. But you know, all I know is that they back and they back on smoke. And they back on smoke. So it's been a minute since I did a B Brazy video. But you know, we're going to be back and we're going to just do a B Brazy, man. So shout out to B Brazy. Shout out to everybody. Top of the AM to everybody. You already know I'm Uda. I'm on go. We all on go together here. So I need y'all to have the likes on go. Okay? I need y'all to get the polls on. Anytime you have a poll, get the poll on go. I'll be updating the poll as well. So salute to everybody. Let's get into the content.
The homie from SAC on lanes came and said straight up, KM Black did not want to get popped out. He said don't get him popped out to go to Pill Car to get cracking on the Hoovers, period. I don't care what nobody say. That's what the homie from SAC said. He said, I went to KM Black. This after the shit happened with the Hoovers in High Desert. You know I be everywhere when I tell stories. I'm going crazy. I ain't sparing nothing. I'm yanking. It's my life. I don't care who like it or what they say. I be, oh, he go from story to story. Yeah, I'm popping it. Dead homies. Nigga, and it's true. And it's the shit. I just be everywhere because I own lanes, nigga. I just go crazy. Look. So the homie, let me roll up.
Roll up.
So the homie, I'm back on the homie loan. On lanes. Dope, active, PDL. The homie loan. So Pac-Man come. Pac-Man is one of the, Pac-Man on some case like, this is KP and them. The Do-Rock niggas, KP, Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying? Peoples. It's Peoples. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get up on Ace too from Do-Rock. Not the Ace the bully that was on here, but his little brother on lanes. I got exposed P's. He did Bunk. He did Mark. So I got exposed Lil Ace for sure. He getting on the who's. I seen niggas do him wrong. So anyway, so on lanes, nigga, long story short, two homies were supposed to get down with Pac-Man. Two homies PDL was supposed to get down with him on lanes, cause I'm telling them like blood. Let's just go over there and holler at him on lanes. So the Hoovers, T4 tried to bring him over there. Tiny Twin tried to bring Pac-Man over there to the cell on lanes to get down with Loon. I'm telling Loon, it's on the dead homies. You better put him out. Loon got those signs on him. He powerhouse on lanes. I'm about to go crazy on Loon with this whole shit. Anyways, on lanes, so They bring Pac-Man in the room, DLB. This for all the members only who want to hear about nigga Pac-Man from Do-Rock. Nigga, the homie Loom, knock him out. Dead homie, split him out. Bam! Put him out. Look, on Lane's Pac-Man come in the room, DLB, 109th Street. They throw they shit up. I'm like, well, do your shit on Bloods. I get on the top bunk on Bloods. I'm watching. I get on top. I just sit on the bunk. I'm like, it's on. Dead homies. We squabbing. T4 bring him. It ain't nothing going on. We squabbing. So DLB, Loom, they squab. Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, boom. On lanes, they hitting. Dead homies. Soon as he get up in there and hit him. Boom, bop, boom, bop. Dead homies. It was one. On lanes, they go again. Bam, boom, 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 boom. On everything I love, that nigga Pac-Man put his head down. Pac-Man, big. Pac-Man put his head down, Loom catch him. On DLB, he lift his whole shit up. I swear to God, it fall out on his shit. On DLB, we pick him up, boom. Be like, he get up, it's whole for him. It's bad for him. Loin in there, powered up. DLB, PDL, woo, cleaned him up. I'm like, oh, dead homies, you got up on him. On lanes, nigga, because Pac-Man supposed to be powerhouse. So I'm like, on the dead homies, nigga, you got up on him, woo. Boom. Pac-Man leave out the cell. He like, you did that, woo. He leave out the cell. That's some West Side lanes. We had blood on our ceiling. On Jesus Christ. It was like a trail. When Loon hit him, when he lifted his shit up and fell, it's like the shit hit my wall. I'm like, Loon, DLB, nigga, clean this shit up for sure. He like, oh, blood. So we clean up the walls and all that. That's that on lanes. I'm going crazy on Loon today on Bloods, and it's all on the Do-Rocks, how he get at him on lanes. That was Pac-Man, how he got up on Pac-Man. That was how he got up on Pac-Man. So, after that, on West Side Lanes, nigga, the homie Loon was on the 5,000 floor. I mean, was on the 4,000 on Bloods. Now we in another building on the 4,000 floor. I'm not Blood Selly. He in another building on the 4,000 floor. He going crazy. Remember when I told y'all? Remember when I said on this video I roamed and got up on what's his name? Got up on Baby Mex. Whole ass, when I said I got up on Baby Mex on C, I mean on A or whatever over here, B or whatever over here, Baby Mex in Delano. Anyways, on the hood, cause you can roam from building to building, boom. So, you know what I'm saying, the homie Loon here, Kilo from the set, Kilo tell Loon that it's a nigga from Do-Rock just came. He on the 5,000 floor. He on a whole nother floor. He in a whole nother place on everything I love. Cause everybody don't do this. This is the reason why I say the homie go crazy on lanes. Everybody just talk. Dude, they rock this, they rock all that shit on lanes. So he by himself. 109th Street Riders, nigga. The homie tell him it's one of them on a 5,000 floor. Jesus Christ, the homie roamed from his cell when they opened his door. All the way across the shit, up the escalator, up the elevator, whatever the shit with the steps is that move, up that shit into a dorm. Jesus Christ, he get in the dorm. I'm rolling up. I'm yanking too hard. I'm rolling up on L's while I'm talking. The homie get in the door. On lanes. He get in the building that he was looking for the dude from Do-Rock in. On DLB. Bumper Jack. Dude named Bumper Jack on lanes. Bumper Jack from Do-Rock on West Side Lanes, 5,000 flow. You already know on L's. You thought niggas forgot. Dead homies. Kilo was up in there. It was some peoples. Loon get up in there. He on the 5,000 floor. He on a whole nother floor. He in a whole nother place on everything I love. Cause everybody don't do this. This is the reason why I say the homie go crazy on lanes. Everybody just talk. Dude, they rock this, they rock all that shit on lanes. So he by himself. 109th Street Riders, nigga. The homie tell him it's one of them on a 5,000 floor. Jesus Christ, the homie roamed from his cell when they opened his door, all the way across the shit, up the escalator, up the elevator, whatever the shit with the steps is that move, up that shit into a dorm. Jesus Christ, he get in the dorm. I'm rolling up. I'm yanking too hard. I'm rolling up on L's while I'm talking. The homie get in the door. on Lanes. He get in the building that he was looking for the dude from Do-Rock in on DLB. Bumper Jack, dude named Bumper Jack on Lanes. Bumper Jack from Do-Rock on West Side Lanes. 5,000 float. You already know on L's. You thought niggas forgot. Dead homies. Kilo was up in there. It was some peoples. Loon get up in there. Where he at? Loon wake him up. Dead homies. Where the nigga from Do-Rock at? Whoopty woo woo, wake him up. Get up. What's up, man? What's up? Hey, Loon door, PDL. Gotta get down. Dead homies. Go back there and knock him out. On Jesus Christ, come to his house. He roam. Loon roam from my building. Loon roam from the building on Lanes all the way to the other side of the jail to the 5,000 float on Everything I Love, just to get up on. He was starving for the nigga from Do-Rock. They go in there. You know how the 5,000 flow is. As soon as you get up in there on Lanes, no police in there. It ain't nothing but death. There ain't nothing but death in there. You go in there, there's no such thing as the police in there. There's no police in there. It's like the streets. You got people shooting up, you got people sniffing, you got people smoking, you got people selling weed, you know what I'm saying? You got people getting fucked over. It's all type of shit going on. 5,000 flow jerking. He go up in there, he find his man, dead homies, knock him out. Everybody know what's going on. This ain't no just popping and shit. This ain't none of that war against, the war between this and this, none of that shit. Nigga, this is serious. Dead homies. The homie Loon, himself, I know for sure, right there on DLB 109th Street, Rome, from the 4,000, just like me. Lomax, Scary, Mark, Zark, he gotta be with everybody. He ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of people that was in the county, they ain't doing it. You ain't roaming to nobody's shit. You the same person. Don't make me start breathing on you. I just seen what you said about Foley, and I let it go on the dead homies. When you said the Hoovers got up on Foley, try to smack him in his face, try to get up on him. You need to be people. I'm a real game member. The people didn't hear you say this, Lomac, and on Lanes, people was weird. That's on the dead homies. You sat there and watched them Hoovers walk past you to get up on Foley, but that's supposed to be your boy. Remember what you said. You said they walk past you, Taliban up and all that, with whatever, with blowers and all that. So you seen them niggas after they got up on your boy. Stop playing. On Lanes, you said you went to go get the blower, ran in your room, got the knife when you came out, the police right there, you couldn't do nothing. No, what really happened was, on Lanes, people really need to stop. Like civilians just run with shit. You gotta listen to people. On the dead
Salute
homies,
to something different, 614, man. You know what I mean?
So
We staying free, bro. We staying free, man. Shout out to Travis Harper, man. Real talk.
On the tier, Taliban up. With your door
80 Mola in the building. Shout out 80.
Time to go run and get your thing.
Top of the morning, Queen.
Dead homies, I'ma really pay attention and don't forget. So period. That's what a period at the end. They got up on your homie. On the tier, Taliban up. With your door open cause you had enough time to go run and get your thing. Remember? Dead homies, I'ma really pay attention and don't forget I was in the county at that time. Everybody said what really happened, fool. Dead homies, anyways, I'm off you. You a mark. Everybody can look at get your little 1,000 views in a week for telling your lies, dick rhyme me, whatever you gonna do, keep emoji in your mouth. Look, just like this, dead homies, the homie rolling from the 5, from the 4 to the 5, got up on the nigga from Do-Rock on Lanes. Then told his homie, since I'm already over here, dead homies, where am I with? Me and you about to get in. The homie Loon, Buffalo too. You know Buffalo. Loon, dead homies.